Yeah. I don't want into a lot of. I don't want into conscious people. This is a long video. So I don't want into conscious people. I encounter watch. Listen man. This reality is filled with a lot of glitches, irregularities or anomalies in nature. Like it does things that defies the laws of science, which is another subject. But I think my biggest contention is I don't really want into conscious. I don't encounter, and this is a fascinating phenomenon, you know. I don't know if I'm chosen, but what I do know with absolute certainty is I don't encounter people who possess my level of consciousness. They pretend to be. How do I articulate this and put this into perspective without being perceived as incoherent? I need clarity in my cognizance, you know. I don't encounter, in fact, unanimously across the board, I tend to meet a lot of people who are inauthentically conscious. They wear consciousness on their sleeve. It's like a facade. It's an introductory facade. It's like a sociological and psychological facade they use when interacting with a complete stranger to impress them if they perceive the person to be on a spiritual level. You all know what I'm trying to say? I don't really encounter authentically genuine conscious people because I feel like when I meet conscious people, it's a language, man. It's a vibration, it's an energy, it's a... How would I put this into perspective? I don't encounter conscious people. People with topics like existence, experience, time, matter, space, energy, power, psychological phenomenon is just a fundamental aspect of their conversation or their dialogue. It's like the underlying mechanism of their personality and characteristics. I tend to encounter a lot of people who wear spirituality on their sleeve. They wear spirituality on their sleeve. It's like a 15 minutes first impression. And the stuff they tend to discuss is very commercially spiritualistic. Like balance their chakra and pineal gland oil and decalcify. But I don't know, man. I feel like these people missing some kind of higher component in them that allows me to connect with them on that. Consciousness is a kind of, it's like a, what is consciousness? Consciousness is a kind of, this is one incoherent video. When you're trying to decipher synchronicity, coincidences, precognition, premonition, clairvoyance, retrocognition, lucid dream, you have a lucid dream, it unfolds on the physical material plane and you can't determine is that lucid dream, that's a precognition, that's remote. There's a lot of stuff. DNA activation. You know why you're targeted. You know why you're targeted. Most likely, let me ask you a question. I know, I'm chosen. I am definitely chosen. I am absolutely certain. How? Because my knowledge is supernatural. I have supernatural knowledge. I have supernatural knowledge. I got supernatural knowledge. I'm chosen. I got supernatural knowledge, baby. Supernatural knowledge. I got knowledge that extends outside the three-dimensional physical material. I got super knowledge. What's super? What's super? What's super? Supernatural. Stop. Articulate yourself, man. I got supernatural knowledge. Supernatural. What does that mean? What does that entail? What does that instigate? What does that postulate? What does that posit? I got supernatural knowledge. You want to know why so many resources isn't, listen, why is so much resources invested? $5 billion invested in your gang-stalking ass? You ever wonder why? Huh? Huh? Because you have supernatural ability, you stupid ass, you people. I'm raw. You know, I'm the equivalent of Ra in every mythology. I'm it. I'm it. See the ball on my head? I'm Ra. Demiurge. Created this. The real metaphysical scientist. We the real actual metaphysical and phenomenological scientists of the three-dimensional physical material plane creation. We supernatural. We are they fear us because we supernatural. Supernatural as a byproduct of our extrasensory perception. My apologies, I didn't say our, I said byproduct of extrasensory perception. Correction. I didn't say our, I said byproduct of extrasensory perception. You have to figure out if you have that or not. Google it. Extrasensory perception is where all your sensories, auditory, optical, olfactory, tactile, and gustatory, are all augmented, modified, and alterated. Kinesiology as well. So what is the significance of that? You understand why billions of dollars are invested into resources to have you on your stupid ass and also surveillance? Because you're supernatural, yeah, extrasensory perception. Extrasensory perception is a three-dimensional linguistic term. No, it's campaign to interrupt the information I'm about to put out in public. It's a linguistic term for superpower. Superpower. I'm the real metaphysical scientist. I'm the real deal, bro. I'm the real one. I'm the one. No one looks like me, sounds no. I'm the one. Astral plane, we feel supernatural. Dualistic, coexist in two places simultaneously, the physical and the immaterial. Spiritual plane. It's two dialogue. Two reality coexist dualistically, and there are two mutually exclusive realities that's occurring simultaneously. Well, there's multiple, but I'm the real metaphysical scientist. We created this. We created this. I created this. I know all this happened. I know. Hello? Anybody home? Listen, let me tell you the kind of power we have. Authentic ones, eh? All targeted individuals have supernatural power. Listen, you don't believe me? You don't believe me? Next time a chopper fly over your head, listen to me! Next time, only real ones, next time a chopper fly over your head, visualize it explode. Visualize it melt like butter. Visualize it turn to rain and then fall like raindrop. Visualize that chopper just all of a sudden just burn up in ashes and just wither into the cold desert air. Visualize the chopper turn into bricks and just dissipate and cascade to the earth. Visualize the sun burning it up. Right? Visualize it going into a machine and getting crushed. That's supernatural, what I'm talking about. Mind become matter. Substance become attributes. Metaphysical phenomenon. I guarantee you with absolute certainty, it will unfold. It will unfold. One of the fundamental tenets of that supernatural power is you affect reality, man. And it seems like when you're on semen retention, that seems to modify it, amplify it, man. What do you think Phoenix Rising is? That Phoenix Rising is a cosmic force that attaches to your DNA and amplifies you when your energy rises up to that frequency that it could relate to, it could connect to it. When there's a match, when there's a closely related semi-match. That Phoenix Rising cosmic force comes and zaps you into you and augment all your DNA and you activate your superpower. This is one dumb video. They want you dead. They want you dead. But they need you alive. It's a fascinating psychological paradox. They want you dead, but they need you alive. Because the very said thing they hate is the very said thing their existence is contingent on, which is your essence, which is your quintessential, which is that immaterial substance that you releases out in the atmosphere that you cannot see, smell, taste, or touch, or feel, but it exists. So they want you dead, but they need you alive. They feed off your energy, simultaneously trying to destroy you. And the objective of this destroying you is it's like milk you like a cow. Post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, depression, all of it simultaneously. Every facet of your life will be attacked and poked and provoked. Because it's a farm and your energy is being harnessed. They want you dead, but they need you alive. So the objective is to kill you a very, very, very slow, gradual. The process is to milk you and extract and extract and extract. I think most of you all, the problem is you underestimate the power, your supernatural power, your extrasensory perception. You underestimate the energy you have. I think that's the reason why so many targeted individuals, you hear that noise? They call that noise campaign targeted individuals. I did not say I'm a targeted individuals. I said targeted individuals attribute that in the gangstalking world to noise campaign. Look, prime example. And that noise campaign is interjecting something I'm about to tell you that's imperative. Imperative to your spiritual evolution and development. The objective is to identify these glitches and anomalies and irregularities that occurs simultaneously during these exchanges and understand what causes these phenomena. The whole objective was to interrupt something I was to say. To distract me. And it was to distract me from saying this. And because it distracts me from saying this, it validates it now. It seems like a lot of these individuals like yourself are dispersed across the globe, carefully, orchestratedly dispersed evenly out, and each individual is being extracted for their energy. Probably have 5 in New York. But you must have a lot of energy, or a different kind of energy, or a blueprint, a DNA, so, source energy, you could call it. Energy from source, energy from the quintessential, the essence, what they call it, the mitochondriac, the alpha, the omega, the beginning, the end, the essence, light. Light. You probably possess light energy, it's a type of energy that burns. Like gangstalkers cough, you burn, probably burn the spirit. It burns something in them. It burns your light. It burns energy. A dark energy in them that they're completely oblivious to. So they want you dead, but they need you alive. Because they're feeding off you. The objective is to kill you, absolute certainty. And look at the three most predominant places where slow, detrimental death occurs. In prison, a mental institution, or suicide. Each three of these places are slowly places you slowly deteriorate. Mental institution, you slowly deteriorate. Suicide, you slowly deteriorate with depression. Prison, you slowly deteriorate psychologically. So they want you dead, but they need you alive. The objective is to drain you as much as it keep the program on in this freaking matrix, whatever you call it. Extract your energy. And it seems like targeted individuals are dispersed. Like you may have one in San Francisco or 4 in New York. I'm not certain how this process works. But I think that targeted individuals need to stop focusing on who is real targeted individuals from who is fake to who is inauthentic. And probably place an emphasis more on who is legitimate targeted individuals compared to who are the individuals that are suffering with legitimate mental health issues. People who have legitimate schizophrenia, legitimate apophenia, pareidolia, people who legitimately hallucinate, who legitimately have delusions, the legitimate psychosis. Because these are the individuals that paint a bad picture for legitimate, authentic, targeted individuals who are legitimately being targeted. Not the fake ones. Forget the fake ones. Connect with the legitimate ones. Find the ones that you all share a common denominator and network, communicate, share information, exchange of knowledge, existentialistic questions. What is existence? So you say it's a spiritual phenomena, you say it's a technological phenomena, you say it's artificial intelligence. Well, okay, let's bring all this on the table. Let's search. What is this phenomena? But you have supernatural power. And the supernatural power is you seem to have the ability to affect it. And you could see the future, and you could travel, you could remote view. Dude, you know what the remote freaking view? You want to know why billions are invested? You remote view, dude, you know what that means? You could see what underwear Donald Trump wore last night. That's a hint to tell you what you can see. If you have extrasensory perception, you are a threat to national security. If you have extrasensory perception, you are a threat to national security. You are a threat to the planet. Of course they're coming for you. Because you might be able to see things that you're not supposed to see. You might be able to see codes they might not be able to see. You might be able to see location that they may not be able to see. Enemy don't want that. An extrasensory perception is when your mind could do whatever it wants. You want money, you get money. You want food, you get food. Anything, you get it. They want you to think it's coincidence. Coincidence, my ass. Synchronicity. Mind and matter. Substance. This is all about the power a few of us possess. One of you. Just one of you. One of you could take out a whole country. You think I'm freaking joking, yo? Mind power. So they want us dead, but they need us alive. They hate us and love us. I don't think they could kill many of you all because you all are woven into the fabrics of the existence on the astral plane or the immaterial plane. astral plane,